It's really exciting. I'm so excited to have all of you here. So excited to be here, and so excited that we have an event that is called The Power of Change, where we celebrate the fact that there is this very simple and groundbreaking idea that change is possible. It's not easy and it's not quick, but it is possible, and when it happens and we have the privilege of witnessing it, it's magic. And that's what we're here to witness today. So I'm really grateful to have you all here, and excited that this year, this event actually marks the beginning of our 30th year of being an organization. Many of you were here. I know that there are some folks here who have been with us since what I call the year Gimel, a long time, and you've seen Veahavta through the terrible twos, the turbulent teens, and I myself was lucky enough to join this incredible organization around the settling, maturing 20s, so I consider myself very fortunate. But now here we are. It's grown-up Veahavta. And just like when people hit the big 3-0, it's a time to take stock. It's a time to reflect and really ask ourselves, what have we learned? And what are we called upon to do with what we've learned? And before I go there, I want to pause for a moment, and I know that Brandon just thanked everybody. Consider yourselves all lucky, because I was going to make you all stand up. The incredible board of directors, led by you, Ron Haber, who for 6 years, your kindness, your wisdom, I'm going to cry, grateful for everything that you've done for us, and to have you as a partner in this incredible work. To our incredible leadership team, you will raise your hands. Brandon, you met Brandon, Robin, Marnie, Jenny, and Stephen, who wasn't able to be here. Your commitment to excellence, into learning and to improvement is what sets the tone to lead the almost 40-person team of rare and incredible souls that make up the Veahavta staff team. We are so blessed to do this work together, and I'm so grateful to know all of you and honored to work with each and every one of you. Thank you. So there's someone else, because 30 years ago, Veahavta began with a bold idea. Avram Rosenzweig, I'll make you stand up. Why not? Okay, now I'm like so crying. So Avram envisioned and built what he thought would become a Jewish Peace Corps. He envisioned a community that would go wherever they were needed, who would take responsibility for others, and who would show up. But more than anything, what Avram built was a way of seeing people. People not defined by their circumstances, not reduced to their needs, but worthy of dignity, connection, and care. That's what you've built, Avram. And that way of seeing didn't come from nowhere. It came from Avram's very special soul. But it also came rooted, deeply rooted, in our history, in our culture, and in the values that have shaped the Jewish people for generations. Ours is not a story defined by what's been done to us. It's a story of resilience. It's a story of rebuilding. It's a story of refusing to be defined by circumstance or victimhood. It's about holding on to a belief that sometimes against all odds, even against all odds, there's always a path forward. There's a way to go forward. And over the past 30 years, our work with thousands of people facing poverty, we've taken that way of seeing and applied it to how we approach this problem. And in doing so, we've learned something. You see, most approaches to poverty start by focusing on everything that's around a person. The systems, the structures, the discrimination, the barriers, the hardships, and what has been done to them. And those are real things. But what we've learned is this: if you focus only there, you miss the most important factor in whether a person's life will change: the person themselves. So what does this actually look like in practice? If you believe that real change begins with a person, then you focus on the things that most fundamentally change a person's trajectory. So we're not just helping someone get through the day, we're helping them build a life that's truly their own. Because real stability, real dignity, real freedom, it only comes when a person's able to stand on their own 2 feet, to earn their own money, to make choices about how and where they'll live, to move from being supported to contributing. And when you take that approach, when you invest in the whole person from the inside out, you see something really remarkable happen. And we've seen it over the past 10 years. Our program participants have gone from 76% to a whopping 96% of people moving forward into employment, training, or the supports needed to get there. Not because the challenges have gotten easier. We know that they haven't. But when you focus on a person, you unlock something that no external support can do on its own. And word is spreading. More than 2,000 people apply to our programs each year for the last few years. People who are ready, people who need this, and people who are looking for a way forward. And we have grown our programs so that we can serve them. In the past 10 years, we've gone from 30 people a year to 350 last year, and we're shooting for 460 this year. And this is something to be deeply proud of. And it's only possible because of all of you. Our donors, our volunteers, you are the people who have chosen to show up again and again and make this work possible. But here's the truth that we're sitting with. Even with all of that growth, we're only really able to accept a fraction of the people who need this. Not because we can't reach them, but because we don't yet have the resources to open more seats. It's really that simple. And so we're left with a choice. We could look at what we've built and feel proud, and we should feel proud, and decide that this is enough. We're helping people, we're making a difference, and it matters, and it does. Or we could look at the thousands who need this opportunity, who are being turned away, and decide that it's not. Because if we truly believe what we say we believe, that people have the capacity to really change their lives, then we can't ignore what comes next. So let me take you there. Not to next year, not to the next strategic plan, but further out. Let's look out 10 years from now. Why 10 years? Because setting our sights further out demands more of us. It pushes us to think more broadly. It helps us consider what could become at a scale that we've never dared imagine. It brings me back to where I started. What have we learned, and what does that now require of us? So we learned this. This way of seeing people, this deeply Jewish belief in a person's ability to rebuild their life, no matter what they face, it works, period. We've seen it work for We've seen it work for hundreds of people, and if it works for hundreds, it'll work for thousands. And if it works for thousands, then people will start to pay attention. Organizations are going to start to wonder just what it is we're doing here. Governments, policymakers, funders are all going to want to understand what's happening, what are they doing that's different. And we will tell them. Boy, will we tell them. Because what we're doing is not something to protect, it's something to share. And that's how this becomes bigger than Veahavta. Because when something works, and it works at scale, it could influence how this work is done more broadly. And that's when I find myself asking, what if? What if poverty was not something that defined the rest of a person's life, but something they moved through? What if it wasn't a life sentence, but just a chapter, a bad one, but a chapter and not their whole story? What if our systems, social assistance, housing programs, training policies, funding priorities were built around helping people move forward and not keeping them stuck? We're not there yet, and we're not going to get there alone. But what we've built together, what you've helped build, gives us a real opportunity to try. In a few moments, you're going to hear what all of this looks like from people like Asene and Rowena, who came to Veahavta facing real challenges, and what happened to them when instead of being a set of problems, they were seen as people. People with strength, people with potential, people with something to build upon. And you're going to hear something else, that this way of seeing people, it doesn't only change the people we're supporting, it changes everyone who touches it. You're going to hear from the Diamond family, Mark and Mike, and Robin Siegel, donors, volunteers, staff, because really simply, it changes what we expect of one another. It changes what we believe people are capable of, including ourselves. So if this works, then it isn't something we should just continue. It's something we have a responsibility to grow, to take what we are doing here and help shape how this work is done more broadly. And that's what I'm inviting you to be a part of. To help take what you've already helped create and extend it further, to invest in it, to stand behind it, to help it grow. Because I think many of us, especially right now, are looking for something real, something grounded, something that is actually making a difference and fulfilling this call to tikkun olam, to actually make the world a better place. This is that. Because this is not just something worth continuing. It's something we're meant to build together. Thank you, and I invite you to enjoy all of the next speakers.